Let's have a conversation about motivation and your career. According to Viktor Frankl, he said, "He who has a why has a chance of succeeding in life." On this self reflection exercise regarding career and motivation, we're going to look at some of the areas that we can improve on that will help us to move forward. What is it that you're lacking regarding growth? What is it that you're lacking regarding your motivation? Let's explore that once we dive in understanding some of these areas that we can talk about for our personal growth, career and motivation. There are some things in our life that we aspire to do that we've not been able to do. Now, some of the questions that we're going to be asking here on, motivation and career, and then we'll look at some of the exercise that we're going to do. What worries you about the future? Wow, and that is a very an interesting question for me. The things that worries me about the future is not being able to provide for myself when I get older, not being able to provide for my family, not being able to leave things and for my children, for my next generation. That is what bothers me. And that goes on to whatever decision that we make today, whatever action that we take today will impact the future generation. That is what I worried about. Write this down. This could be something that you need to ask yourself. What is it that you worry about the future? Let's look at the other one. What matters most in your life, and what are you doing about those things? What is it that matters to you in your life, and what are you doing about it? What matters to you? Is it about your job, security? Is it about finance? Is it about relationship with yourself, with your family? What is it that matters to you in your life, and what are you doing about it? Because if you identify what matters to you, you will find your why to find a solution to it. Let's look at the third one. What do you think of first when you wake up in the morning? Whew. See, some of these questions can be very interesting in the sense that a lot of the time, because we don't have a routine, we don't have that intentionality of being able to say, this is what I'm going to do when I wake up in the morning. I'm going to pray. I'm going to spend some time with myself, and I'm going to learn. That does not even give us the opportunity to think about what we want to do first thing in the morning. So I believe it's very important to have something to think about in the morning. It could be just big gratitude, as simple as enough to say, God, I thank you for today. Just little things like that could transform your life in terms of how you move forward. Now, let's look at some of the mental exercise that we can do to help our motivation and career. Now, rank 10 life values that are important to you in descending order. Do you act according to them? What are your 10 values? Write it down. It might not be up to 10. It could be respect, honesty, loyalty, love, friendship, family, self-belief. Write your 10 core values down and really think, do I behave, or do I act according to all of these core values? Because I tell you something that I have discovered. If an individual is able to identify their core value, it could be three, it could be two, and you genuinely align your behavior intentionally towards those core values, there would definitely be a shift in your life in terms of your personal growth. So look at that and write it down, what it might be. Write about when your walk felt real, really and really, really feels satisfactory to you. Write a moment, a time when you did something and your work felt really real to you and you felt really satisfied about your job. For me, in the job that I did before, I was working in IT, but that was not my calling. My calling and my passion was to be of service to humanity, to do more on a different level. And that is the reason why I'm having the opportunity to share with you today about your self-reflection in terms of motivation and your career. The path that you choose today, the decision that you make today will define how the next 5 years will look like. And that is the reason why I'm having this conversation with you. Let's do one last one. Make a list of 15 things that inspire you and think about how you can try to do them more often. Wow. This is such an in depth reflection. 15 things that inspire you. Do you want to travel the world? Do you want to be financially free? Do you want to have peace of mind? Do you want to love yourself more? You want to look healthier and better? All of these things are things that inspire you. Mentorship, people that you look up to. These are the things that you need to think about in terms of your self-reflection. So, in this career motivation, self-reflection journey, all of the things that we've talked about here today are things that are important that you really need to think about. My name is Pirotai. Like we always say, we change, things change. And you need grace in all that you do. Save this and share this with friends and family. And bye for now.